Brew cheese. The gadgets in breaches are incredibly useful items. From annoying people with the cream, to blowing yourself up with the almighty coconuts, here is my personal listing from the worst gadgets to the best. Before we start, thank you to Mittens for making this amazing Jeff. He's made out of wool. I don't know how that happened. I think he may have been doing too many experiments and or drugs, so he's made of cotton now. I think someone fed him bagels again. But regardless, Cotton Jeff is always appreciated. I'd love to hear everyone's opinion on the list as well as your own list if you decide to make one. If you like these new kind of videos, be sure to subscribe. They take a lot longer to make than the regular gameplay videos do, so the best way to show your support is to hit that little button right there. But enough stalling, let's get to bullying objects. The cloaking device. The Harry Potter invisibility cloak is complete and utter penis. I've only fallen for it once, and that's because the dude was on top of a table, which I didn't know was a thing, so I think it was more the fact that he was a mega genius and clearly Einstein's son than the actual cloak being worth anything. And I've only fallen for that thing once, and this is me we're talking about. You want to know the only thing that's more distracting than seeing a human on the table? Seeing the ghost of Christmas past sitting in the corner eating chips. That tends to get your attention more than a random man sitting on a bed, although men on beds are pretty distracting. This device may work if your enemy is really focused on the wall decorations, but that requires an art degree, and I don't really have any of those. The invisibility effect may be enough to trick new players, but new players aren't the people who are going to take your head off from the other side of orbit with a Vezin. I mean, the tryhards already hit scanning you before you've spawned anyway, so this thing is not going to save you. Oh my god! The reconnaissance drone.
Greetings.
The drone. The gadget's so shitty that they had to halve its price in the market to hope someone would use it out of pity. Yes, you can see people with no risk to yourself. However, everybody can just instantly beam this thing down, even though it's supposed to be really fast. Because again, the people with Vezins never miss their shots. Don't worry, I'll use this magical device called a drone. Okay, I was instantly shot down. And by the time you go around the corner to actually see these enemies for yourself, they've pulled a proper gamer move and just run the piss away. Because turns out these fuckos have legs that work, which I didn't factor into my world domination plan, so now it's time for plan B. Plan B is to steal everyone's cocaine. The Palpatine grenade.
Put me down! Yeah.
There's only one person in the entirety of Breaches to ever die to this thing, and it's me. Now, even though this does no damage, it only has two main flaws, and that's weakness to bullets or grenades, and luckily bullets are only carried by every single fucker who plays the game, except for me, who runs around with grenades only, because I'm an absolute psychopath. Good news, I found one thing that doesn't instantly destroy trip mines.
Bruh.
It does slow people down, but it's more annoying than anything, unless you run in there with zero health like me. But considering everybody has health stims up their ass anyway, it's not like it's actually going to kill those people. It may be more useful if paired with a different gadget, like an explosive, for example, but that would make it the only gadget in the game that is completely reliant on another gadget to work. Unless you count the drone, because the drone doesn't do anything. I play the drone like a Roomba. Hello! And I, for one, don't want to spend my entire inheritance on getting this grenade to do the thing it probably should have done when it started. It does look pretty cool, though. Yeah, throw that at me, like that's going to be of any use. The weed grenade. This grenade is theoretically pretty useful, apart from the fact that every time I deploy it, it just magnetizes grenades, rocket launchers, bullets. Grenade, look out, plebe, plebe, no! Essentially, whenever I put it down, someone magically hits me through the fucking smoke anyway. Some people use it to disguise their escape, forgetting that, you know, you also can't see through it, and those people have more Vezins than you do. It also couldn't save Bug from the cursed toilet incident. Not to mention everyone in the game uses auto tap now, so they can just see you straight through the bloody thing. Anyone else smell axe? It's not a terrible choice. It is pretty fun to throw at your allies while they're shooting at someone to make them miss their shots. He can't see anything. I may have accidentally blinded him. Speaking of bullying, the flashbang. Now, I've never really been a big fan of flashbangs in games. I'm just a simple crab, I'm not really used to eating flashbangs very often, mostly because there's not many flashbangs here, so maybe I'm just not used to them existing. The flashbangs were originally below smoke until I realized I could flash my own teammates, and now it's all they ever do. Think fast, chuckle nuts. I guess it also works on enemies if you're boring. Bug. Present. Any gadget that can be used to bully humans is a good gadget, theoretically, unless you bomb them. Then it's not family friendly anymore for some reason. It's one of the few gadgets you can buy 4 of per team, which means theoretically you can just go completely mental with them. And if you use the flash properly, the people on the other team are actually taken out of the fight for I think it's like 3 or 4 seconds, so you can definitely get some kills with this thing. I just don't use it seriously because I can't throw anything. The Bernie grenade. Now, as anyone who's watched me play FTL knows, I absolutely adore setting people on fire. I think something might be wrong with my brain. I'm a perfectly sane individual, I think. Not really a whole lot of fire down here. The fire grenade is sadly just a less effective version of the regular grenade. I think this may be one of the only gadgets to be nerfed, because I swear it used to do way more damage than it does now. Ow, I've been set on fire. Luckily, it does half the damage per, never mind, someone died to it. It's pretty good at holding down a choke point, but once you've thrown it, you can't go through it either, so it kind of ends up like that Darth Maul scene where they're basically just sitting here waiting for the laser door to leave. So I normally end up using this for my Tactical retreats. Well, that's all I'm doing, guys. Have fun. Any of you guys know what court-martial means? In terms of blanket grenade, this does significantly more damage than the bloody Palpatine bomb, of which it just kind of tickles your toes. So for this reason, people don't normally challenge it, even though I think they can probably get through the fire if they try hard enough. No one ever really seems to try that. And any floor rug that scares the shit out of the tryhards is a good floor rug. 9 out of 10. Good rug. 1 point off for setting fire to my house. The door blocker.
Drake? What? Where's the door hole?
The big old cement wall of complete garbage is actually a pretty epic gadget. You put it on a wall and it magically becomes a door. Don't know why there weren't already doors in this building, but okay. After constructing your brand new laser door made out of magic or some shit, watch in complete awe as it is instantly destroyed by a single grenade, 3 bullets, or punching on it more than once. Go, you're good at this. I believe in you. Beat the shit out of it. He's dead. Unless you're me, in which case it takes 4,500 clicks. This lag thing is rubbish. I tried contacting the actual devs of this game to remove the lag and they banned me from the Discord. They might have banned me for annoying people, but I like to think they banned me for asking questions they didn't have the answers to. Turns out I'm really annoying. But whatever, I guess bullets are just simply more epic than magical doorways to Narnia. Also, if anyone actually tries to destroy this door by punching it, you can just shoot their feet off, which is by far the best feature. Until someone rolls a grenade through it, then it's not good anymore. Good job. You suck. In all seriousness, the door is actually quite hard to destroy without a grenade, so it makes me feel quite comfortable that I'm not going to instantly be killed by some dude bursting through the wall and oh my god.
I'm gonna throw this at your face.
Don't throw it at my face. Where are you going, Plebus? The breachy foam.
Oh no!
The mysterious liquid of unknown origin is conveniently placed inside of a Pringles tube for easy annoying the shit out of your friends' applications. Now, while you're supposed to use it for destroying walls, I personally use it to confuse the enemies and also spray it all over my friends' faces. This should distract them. But I mean, you can use it to break stuff if you really want. Ow. Breaking walls is very useful, I hear, not that I've ever tried it, because every time I try and press the button it doesn't work. It's also not going to stop whoever's hiding behind the wall from just snap turning and instantly taking your face off. However, you can pull a sneaky. If you blow the wall up and you're not there, that'll buy you a whole 2.38 milliseconds before the dude still somehow manages to take your head off from across the fucking map. Fuck you, Vezin. Fuck you, Crab! That's it, I'm deploying the Jeff. Wanted for 17 war crimes. He'll never be caught. You can't catch the speed of light. I never realized how fun it was just to run around spraying foam everywhere. The landmine.
I'm gonna need a sweeper.
The Minecraft tripwire is really funny to me. The tryhards despise these things because it's the one thing they can't track with their aimbot. Or if somehow they're not using it, they are. They're so hard focused on taking your heads off from orbit that they never look at what their feet are doing, in so much as, you know, stepping on wires that lead to explosives. Finding the most ingenious places to hide these things is a very important part of a balanced breakfast. What the hell am I reading? Finding the best places to put these landmines has become a bit of a sport between me and my friends. Some of the spots are really mental, and finding these places is the best way to outsmart the humans. You see, the humans have small brains made of Fef. Well, that's bullshit. And I have a genius crab brain made of sponge. Well, that's bullshit. Therefore, I plant mines inside of doorways, even though they don't one-shot people, which is very rude of them. And this, in turn, lets me overthrow the Jesus. It's in the Bible somewhere, probably. The car alarm Dorito. Lee, what's your opinion on the Dorito?
What Dorito? It's pretty funny. It's a Dorito. I wish they had a Dorito like that in real life. They're just coming at. I mean, they do actually. They do actually have that. I'm tripping.
The fuck are you talking? What Dorito?
Silence, Plebus. The adult is talking to himself because he has no friends. The Dorito is amazing. Place it under a table and watches the enemy shit themselves because they don't know where it is. You see, gamers on breaches think they have the big stealthy, but what they didn't realize is that I placed a Dorito chip on top of this car wheel. Dorito chip make noise, and noise equals no stealth. That means they lose their stealth bonus, which means they can't get enough money to purchase Vezins anymore. However, when these people become unstealth, you can use the power of guns to shoot them in the face. Oh god. Oh my god, I brutalized this man. This is essentially the only foolproof way to cover your tracks because there's no way they can destroy the Dorito without being seen by it first. Which means they can be the stealthiest man in the world, you will know they're there before they can do anything about it, which means you will be alerted to their presence. However, unfortunately, like all the other gadgets, it still can't stop you from being murdered by these people, even if you do know where they are. Jesus fucking... Oh, Vezin spam. Right, why did I expect anything other than Vezin spam? I've discovered this game is dog shit. I shall uninstall the game and use the space to make more VR chat avatars. Why is it censored? What does that mean? I'm just gonna ignore that. Just forget that happened. Much like the mines, there's a competition going on to find the sneakiest spot. My personal favorite is inside this grass, because I am a genius. These things get such a high spot because I absolutely adore tryhards shitting themselves because they realize their amazing plan to sneak up and murder everyone has gone slightly wrong and now they'll actually have to shoot their guns. It's small Small victories, man. I'll still die to these people, but now I'll have annoyed them with a car alarm that's inside of a Dorito chip. Who invented this? The meth syringe. Guys, I can't believe this. They upgraded the price. Unreasonable. The 2 3/4 methy sticks are the lifeblood of breachers. You'll see this in every tryhard's arsenal because if they die, how are they going to record their epic kill shot montage, which they will then upload to YouTube to get 2 views a video, which unfortunately means they're better than me. Entire team is babies. The methy sticks have an interesting life cycle. They migrate up north during the winter where the water is warmer and food is more plentiful. This also allows them better access to mates for the coming winter. Nope, sorry, that's seagulls. I get the two confused because they look the bloody same. Who uses seagull as a color scheme? Other than like Warframe players. Bright pink. Spot the fucking difference. When the syringe isn't busy stealing people's chips, it's busy being overpowered as piss. Essentially, it completely restores all of your health, which means dying is now something you just kind of shrug off. Which doesn't matter to most of us, because you'll be instantly headshot anyway. Ah, surprise, bitch! I can't believe that worked.
Oh, you're crazy? You're crazy as fuck.
Oh, one hit in the face. It's still broken, and they're never gonna fix it. Who knows, maybe if the player base gets any fucking lower, they might finally realize the game is shite. He says spending 30 hours editing a video about breaches. Just keep in mind when using these things that more than 2 uses per match will get you addicted to crack cocaine. And remember, I've already stolen all of that. Technically Gumby stole it, and I think he ate it, which means that he might be overdosing. What do you mean he ate the president of Sweden? How do you eat the president of Sweden? Yeah, we should probably leave. The methy stick is essentially a Minecraft health potion. Can't go wrong with drugs, apart from all the wrong that drugs do. Don't do drugs. I shall heal my bones. The M832 nuclear-powered grenade thing.
Who's that Pokemon?
How do you nuclear power a grenade? I mean, obviously the grenade was number one. Have you seen me? I literally run inside with 2 grenades and bomb people all the time. Catch. Yep. He died. He just sat there staring at me while 2 grenades rolled into his ankles. Because guns just don't work, so why not just use fragmentation grenades? Except they don't work either. You throw them and you've got to wait like 2 seconds and the game will kind of decide whether you've actually thrown it or whether it's randomly returned to you like a boomerang and is sitting at your foot waiting to nuke your face off, which is like 90% of the times. Which is why I just simply run in there, because then the enemies kill me and there's no possible way the grenade can murder me then, unless it murders my soul, which I don't think grenades do, unless it's like one of those Ghostbusters grenades that don't exist. What the fuck am I talking about? Just remember while you're playing breaches that killing a wild Kreb will drop an ultra rare loot. The ultra rare loot is of course a live fragmentation bomb. I died to a bug, and then bug died in a toilet stall because I had a grenade up my ass. The grenade is higher than the syringe for one very simple reason. I can't run into a room full of people and bomb them with 2 health syringes. Plebe, 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 plebe. Bombs. But of course, everyone's favorite part of these grenades is the fact that I throw them and they reappear at my feet, which funnily enough is not where I fucking threw them, you goddamn siege ripoff. But the lag isn't the grenade's fault, it's the developers. We should eat them. Don't eat them. Good for nuking people, good for spooking the tryhards. What else could you want out of a small little coconut? You know, other than it landing where I fucking threw it. Outtro or something, I don't know. So yes, that's all from me. I'm sure a great many of you disagree with this list, but your opinion? Garbage. No, but seriously, if you've watched all the way through this video, I appreciate the shit out of you. Just comment Jeff. Trust me, we'll start a cult about it. The people will arrive and have no idea what's going on. Jeff's in the chat. So yes, a reminder to follow all my stuff because I'm very epic and content is good, especially if you're bored. If you are bored, look at all this. Shiny. If you want my attention for some reason, go ahead and comment something random. I'll probably just pick it up instantly and we'll just gel because I have no brainstem and talking actual words to me makes no sense because, again, English language never existed. I'm pretty sure it's a ploy by the government to sell more dictionaries. Either way, I'm off to play more breaches. Literally, I'm streaming in about 2 minutes. If you want to come see, even though this is like 2 weeks in the future, it's right there. So yes, good night everyone. I'm gonna go take care of the fact that my crabs keep escaping containment. Also, I'm gonna shoot the shite out of cheese for mysterious reasons. Mysterious reason is I'm just grumpy. Hey, I made a better game mode on Fortnite once when I was 3.5 years old. Don't ask how that's possible. I have a time machine. Wow. I don't really have a follow-up to that.